Hey everybody, John Swift, how are you guys doing? It's getting close to the holidays, the Christmas holidays, and I'm in Centennial Park today. Centennial Park is, I always say downtown. Downtown in Sarasota is near the water, Main Street, Fruitville, Ringling Avenue in general. And I don't know why downtown is downtown, but this is where the bulk of the business is, and they recently have been doing condo madness out here. Anyway, just to clear that up, the whole downtown area. I live a few miles away from downtown, but this seems to be the hub of activity with like tourists and hotels and that kind of thing. So just to clarify, when I say I'm downtown, you think that every place is downtown, but near the water too. It's also the bayfront, Sarasota Bay. But Centennial Park is a big waste of space, actually. There's nobody playing tennis. There's drug dealers right across the street over there. There's like literally people selling drugs like right there. Yet these condos are probably like $500,000 condos, or whatever, $3,000 or $4,000 condos right there, and there's also condos right there all along 41 here. It's a really weird juxtaposition because you got some really bad neighborhoods right off this street, which I'm trying to think if this is like Coconut or whatever, Coconut Avenue, drug dealers, tennis courts. This used to be like a little baseball practice area, but I never see anybody hitting one ball here. They should just rip that out and do something with this part of the team. Anyway, but the video content is not about this park specifically, but just in case you wanted to know, that Centennial Park is a shitty area, except for the nice playground that they've redone over here. And that's about it. There's like a historic house right there that's like one of those homes that have been here since the 1800s, but it's largely a homeless hangout. Homeless people hang out here. It should be called like Downtown Home Park, because that's what it is. It's like a home for the homeless people, which there's nothing wrong with that, of course. It would be nice if this was all cleaned out, like this little kind of stream thing, and if there was like a babbling brook here. But for some reason, Sarasota, there's never any the streams, like there's no water travel unless it rains. Sarasota is so flat that we don't have like little streams and rivers. Anyway, downtown. Anyway, it's downtown. Look how hilly it is though here. It's like real hilly here, and then it goes down, and then it goes back up. It's kind of a funky area. This yellow house, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like from 1881 or something like that, or 1870. And supposedly the guy who was in that house was murdered by a what do you call that? A gang of people, because I don't think there was any police presence here in the 1800s, and they murdered this guy because he was accused of doing something which I can't remember exactly. It's got a sign out front, but that house actually used to be near my elementary school, and they actually used to have haunted houses there. It was one of these houses that basically I think Sarasota County bought. They had it on one area, which was originally where the McDonald's is on Bay Street, I think. Then they moved it over to the elementary school. Then they moved it over here. Like found a permanent home finally over here. And I forget what street that is. It's like, I don't know, 12th Street or something like that. Or just to let you know in case you were wondering. Like I said, big condos, expensive office buildings, drug dealers right across the street. It's like, it's got the best of all the worlds out here. The best of Sarasota. The worst and the best. Across the street here, you've got a former power plant. I learned this recently. The former FPL power plant that actually made power for Sarasota County was right there on this. It's not a vacant lot. It's just an area where they have like transformers and all that electrical equipment. Never knew that. So this is the 10th Street boat ramp over here, which a lot of people, if you live here, you know where 10th Street boat ramp is. So maybe this would be right near 11th Street. But when you see that big pink sign right beyond that, was where the power plant was. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing what you can learn when you learn about history. I don't even remember how I learned that. So also in this video is what I wanted to bring up. The sun's coming out and burning my eyes off. Is that I wanted to update you on a couple things that have been going on. So loud here too. See how beautiful it is downtown here? We've got lovely trees and people and multi-million-dollar condos and drug dealers right there. So if you want a nice place where there's drug dealers right down the street so you can get crack, cocaine, and meth and all your choice drugs, it's convenient. Downtown is a convenient area for that. Oh, I thought I could walk through down here, but apparently I can't. Because they have a big parking garage there. Son of a bitch. What do you know about that? San Marco Residential. I did not know that. I'm trying to find a quieter place to talk because of all this car traffic. Because I have a thing with noise where it's like hard for me to talk. I was hoping I could just skate around the parking lot, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so I found a good place to get away from the car noise so I can hear myself think. Have you ever heard people say, you know, I can't hear myself think? Well, I can't literally think when there's a lot of noise sometimes. A lot of car noise, and I think I have some kind of sound syndrome where sound tends to bother my ears. Anyway, that's why I always do that, because it's like it literally just like stops me in my tracks where I can't focus. So, this holiday season, I think I said this last year, but just to catch you up, is like I lost a lot of family. So the holidays tend to be a somewhat bittersweet time for me, where I don't really look forward to the holidays because I lost my parents, I lost my brother. A lot of my immediate family is gone, and then the holidays sort of remind you of the time where you used to go hang out with your family. But now you don't do that anymore because they're gone. And I think a lot of people have that issue. Or if your grandparents just died or your parent just died, you really look forward, that's the time where you look forward to seeing your parents and getting together and eating food and sharing some time together. And then when they're gone, it just reminds you that person's gone. So I think that's why a lot of people have holiday depression during the holidays, because you really feel that loss. So anyway, I struggle with that. Some years it's worse. Some years it's not so bad. The anxiety of thinking about Thanksgiving this year for me was like kind of rough. Like what's going to happen on Thanksgiving, because my friend was going to have dinner with me, and sometimes we would like wait till the last minute to make plans, and I didn't know if that was going to happen or not going to happen. And it's just like the anticipation of having a holiday by yourself is really a drag. So as a result of all this holiday anxiety and depression, I don't put out videos as much because I'm like fighting off all this, depression and stuff. So I'm kind of having a good day today. I made it. I survived Thanksgiving, and that's kind of the way sometimes I look at it, is surviving the holidays rather than enjoying the holidays. I know I'm not alone in this. There's probably a lot of people who don't talk about it, but it's just a fact that you go through. And I'm sure the older you get, the more people you lose. It can be tougher on you. So that's kind of a little bit of an update of what's going on behind the scenes with me. Even though I've released some videos, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I usually do my videos spontaneously. It's not like something I sit and plan for a few days. I mean, I usually juggle some ideas for like what video I would like to do next, what kind of content, what subject matter. And I sort of have those balls juggling in the air like this. And when I feel like that I can tackle that video, then I go ahead and do that. There's some art across the street there. I still haven't found out if those people make art or if they just like art. See all those things in the yard? There's like a silver round circle thing, and there's like kind of like a squiggly cow thing, and then there's like another squiggly thing, and then there's the thing over here too. It's like, why do these three houses all have the same, like have art in their yard? There's another squiggly cow thing. It's like white and with black spots like a cow, but it's like a squiggly thing. What do you call that? It's a squiggly thing. I aspired to do art like that, but I haven't really made the leap into it because you have to have like welding equipment and metal equipment to make those kind of sculptures. But it's something I always thought about doing but haven't done. So, yeah, more about me. I like long walks on the beach. I like hiking, comic books, making videos, hanging out, drinking beer, watching football sometimes. When it's a good game, if it's not the Bucks, then it's kind of like a crappy. So that was what I was thinking today, was I would just sort of like give you a little behind the scenes. That's an interesting landscaping choice there. Quiet, listen. Some quiet. Yeah, so I just wanted to explain a little bit of that holiday thing. So if I don't make any videos until like after Christmas, that may be the reason why, which I've got one in the can and I've got this one. But like I said, as it creeps closer to Christmas and I start to feel that anxiety, I don't know if I'll be in the mental space to do that kind of video. Nice and quiet in this neighborhood. You just never know where a car's going to be, where a car's not going to be. That guy's going really fast. Scary. Scary when big trucks go really fast and you think of like children like on the street, like walking or playing in the street, and they're like crazy big trucks. I almost think there was something else I wanted to mention. Oh, that's what it was. So a friend of mine, we'll just call him Duke because his real name is not important, but told me that he was thinking about doing a video with me, which I've been bugging him for like 5 years to do videos with me. So he formerly was a reporter, used to be a reporter for a television station, and he had some, I don't really know exactly what the main reason where I could never get him to do a video with me, but the combination of us two I think would be kind of funny. But you never know until you actually do the video, you know what I mean? It's like two musicians that are working together. Will there be like a chemistry there? You know, you have chemistry off camera, but can you do something in a video that would have some interesting content or be interesting in the video itself, or would it not? Because I think to do YouTube videos, if you're trying to be yourself, you know, use your personality and your real personality. There's like a lot of fake personality people out there in YouTube world that you probably watch, who aren't anything like their videos. You know, they're all like, hey, how's everybody doing? And they're doing voices, and they're doing a caricature of themselves. And I'd like to think that this is actually closer to me than a lot of people put on. Like, I don't put on a character unless I'm doing some comedy skit or something. Look at this flag up here. I wonder if it's, I can't tell. What if it's like a Texas flag? It's red with a star in the middle. What kind of flag is that? Well, the sun's right in the way, of course, right? It's a red flag with a blue couple stars, or blue circle and a couple stars. I wonder what kind of flag that is. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we get this. Like, my friend is kind of wishy-washy or whatever. Just sometimes I just can't nail him down. So he said he would do a video, but I don't know if he's going to do it. He lives in a different city, so he's usually down here on the weekends. And whether or not we actually do the video, but it's going to be exciting to think that we can do that. And I don't know what the content's going to be yet either, because I think he's very particular. Oh, that's the one thing I wanted to say is that I don't think that so he's formerly a reporter, so he does the reporter thing where it's like real scripted and, you know, like the typical, news reporter type of rap, where you're not really yourself. You're trying to portray yourself as a reporter persona, whether it's like you're doing something serious or something that's lighthearted. You're always sort of like doing this professional voice and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if he can transition to doing a YouTube video where I'm just trying to be myself, he's trying to be himself. That's what I want to know, because I think that it can be a struggle to find out, to know what your personality is. Because when I first started, I didn't really know. Why are cars so loud? Is it just my ears that make it sound like that loud? There's a electrical wire that's hanging down out of the pole. I'm sure that's really safe for electrical wires to be just hanging around there. Like if you're on a bicycle and you came by and you strangled yourself on it. But do you know what I mean? Like if you're doing a YouTube video and you're watching yourself do it, it can be difficult to know what your normal personality is, because it's not normal to be sort of looking at yourself in a mirror and talking. So your normal, a normal situation would be you'd be with somebody and you'd be talking to them, and that would be your normal. But unless you're like a camera person, you're on camera or you're used to doing it, it can be difficult to understand what is my normal. Look at that guy in the red car. He's driving down the middle of the road, clapping his hands and trying to pass people. I wonder if there's maybe some drugs involved there. He was literally driving down the road, clapping his hands with his window down. Strange. That's why I said drug dealers. And then you've got these houses down here, and you got drug dealers. And there's a guy over there behind the trees doing something. There's a guy behind me that stopped behind the trees over there. Okay. This is getting kind of weird. See that guy following me back there? I don't know if he's following me, but he's just sort of like back there, and he's like being strange. Anyway, this video just took a weird turn. So anyway, that's something to look for. If my friend and I can get this is starting to turn into dumpster fire. If my friend and I can get together and put together something, like I said, that's entertaining and interesting, it'll be interesting because this will be the first video we've ever done together. So look forward to that at some time in the future. Anyway, I have to make sure this guy's not going to kill me. There's somebody not following me back there that's trying to murder me. All right. I think this video's been long enough. We'll see you guys later. I still can't see clear in this camera. I'm trying not to turn around. Yep, still back there. and he's waving his hand. So I think I'm gonna have to run for my life. I'll update you on Instagram what happens. You guys take care.